Hey guys, right here I have a 2014 Mini Cooper Countryman. And today I'm going to make a startup and full vehicle tour video of it, show you the features inside and out. So here is the key fob. Let's go ahead and start it up first. To start the car, just insert the key fob into the slot right here. Put your foot on the brake and press the start button to the right of the key slot. The Countryman gets an electric rack and pinion power steering system. Standard on the Cooper variant is a leather-wrapped steering wheel with sport grips on the sides. Only one transmission is available for the Cooper Countryman in Malaysia, and the said transmission is a 6-speed automatic with sport mode and steptronic manual shifting, either via the plus and minus down by the gear lever or via the pedal shifters on the back of the top two steering wheel spokes. The pedal shifters work in such a way that both sides have the same function: pull towards you to upshift and push away from you to downshift. Safety in the Cooper Countryman consists of 6 airbags, anti-lock braking system with electronic brake force distribution and brake assist, dynamic stability control, automatic stability control with traction, and immobilizer. Now, let's turn on the hazards, lights, front and rear fog lights, and roll down the driver's side window. The bonnet release is located down to the left side of the front passenger's footwell. The Cooper Countryman for Malaysia comes as standard with 17-inch 5-star double-spoke light alloy rims wrapped in Continental Conti Premium Contact 2 SSR 205/55 R17 run-flat tires. Ventilated disc brakes and solid disc brakes are found front and rear respectively, while the front suspension gets McPherson struts and the rear suspension gets a multi-link setup. The first generation Countryman was introduced in 2010 as part of the second generation Mini lineup. It is built as a larger and more practical offering compared to the regular 3-door Mini hatchback. Codenamed R60, the Countryman was one of the first few B-segment crossovers that was launched before the segment became popular. The Countryman name dates back to the 60s when the Austin Mini Countryman was on sale. The largest Mini currently on the market recently received its facelift, and it was unveiled at the 2014 New York International Auto Show as a 2015 model year car. Underneath the bonnet of the Cooper Countryman lies MINI's version of the 1.6-litre dual overhead cams, 16 valves, naturally aspirated Prince inline 4 engine. The Prince engine family was jointly developed by BMW and PSA Peugeot Citroën, and the application of this engine is spread across the various models produced by the two said manufacturers. Codenamed N16B16M0, this engine produces 120 horsepower at 6000 rpm and 155 Nm of torque at 4250 rpm. 0 to 100 is achieved in 11.6 seconds on to 182 km per hour top speed. With a fuel tank that can carry 47 litres of petrol, the Cooper Countryman manages a combined fuel consumption of 7.6 litres per 100 km and a carbon dioxide emissions rating of 177 grams per kilometre. The Cooper Countryman is front-wheel drive. The Countryman made its debut in Malaysia back in March 2011. Back then, it was brought in as completely built-up units from Austria and was available in two variants, the front-wheel drive Cooper and the all-4 all-wheel drive equipped Cooper S. Slightly over a year and a half later, the front-wheel drive Cooper S Countryman joined the Malaysian Countryman lineup. Local assembly of the Countryman began in June 2013, and with this, the front-wheel drive Cooper S Countryman was no longer offered. To commemorate MINI's 55th anniversary and also to celebrate Malaysia's 57th Independence Day, a limited edition 55 edition MINI Countryman was launched at the end of August 2014, and this model is limited to Malaysia and only 55 units will be produced. As with all other Malaysia-only MINI special editions, the 55 edition Countryman features less kit than normal, and it bears the title of the cheapest variant available. Just the day before this video was posted, BMW Malaysia launched the facelifted Countryman in only the front-wheel drive Cooper S variant for now. Exterior features of the Cooper Countryman includes automatic manual leveling halogen reflector headlights, automatic wipers, front and rear fog lights, rear parking sensors, chromeline exterior package, roof rails, and a single exhaust pipe finished in chrome. Right down there you do have some storage, and right up here you do have your mirror controls, window controls. All of them are fully automatic in both ways, and you do have your window lock as well. You do have a speaker right there, right next to your interior door handle. mini door sills, and the driver's seat in this Cooper Countryman does come standard with full manual adjustments. You do have your seat back control right here, seat height, seat position, and your lumbar support right there. Alright, so let's go ahead and see how this Cooper Countryman revs. The Cooper Countryman for Malaysia does come standard with a single zone automatic climate control system. All of your controls are located right here. It is quite simple to use. The set of controls in the center actually mimic the Mini badge, so you do have the wings on both sides as well as the circular area in the center. But as for the controls, on the far left you do have your fan speed, on the far right you do have your temperature, on the left wing you do have your automatic recirculation, maximum air conditioning, and on the right wing you do have your different modes. Down below you do have your front and rear defrost as well as your air conditioning. And the set of toggle switches beneath the climate controls. The one on the left turns off your dynamic stability control. The one in the center activates your central locking. This one turns on sport mode, and this one turns on the front and rear fog lights as shown earlier. Standard on the Cooper Countryman is Radio Mini Boost with various media connectivity options and 6 speakers for the sound system. The head unit is actually housed within the same area as the central speedometer, and as such all of your controls are right here. We are currently in your main USB screen. You do have a list of buttons down below that correspond with the menu that's on the screen itself. So if you hit this button, it brings up your playlists if available on that particular device, but I do not have any playlists on my USB at the moment, so it just says empty. You can hit dir and it brings up your list of folders. You can also browse via genres, artists, albums, your current playlist for that particular set of songs, random track selection, and if you hit return, it brings up your list of available media options. You do have FM, AM, CD, auxiliary, USB, and right down here you do have your sound system settings. You do have your parking sensor volume, your vehicle warning chimes volume, your speed volume, as well as your bass, treble, balance and fader, and resetting the system back to factory settings. If you hit mode, it also cycles through between your different available media options, and menu brings up your list of options. You do have your Bluetooth telephone menu right here, where you can pair a phone, activate Bluetooth, look at your paired devices and all that. Your onboard computer with your average fuel consumption, average speed, range and temperature. Your configuration menu with your language, units, time, and your MINI service numbers. Right down here you do have your seat track buttons, and if you hit M, you can directly go to your desired radio stations if you are in your FM AM menu. And right here you do have your on-hook off-hook buttons for the Bluetooth telephone system. Your volume and power knob via this knob to the left, and the knob on the right actually allows you to cycle through your different tracks or radio stations and whatnot. And your CD player is located down below. It is MP3 compatible. Power folding mirrors, on the steering wheel, the left spoke houses your audio controls with your volume, selecting your different tracks or radio stations, your voice control, as well as your on-hook off-hook button for the Bluetooth telephone system. On the right spoke, you do have your cruise control. On the right stalk, you do have your wiper controls. And on the left stalk, you do have your light and indicator controls. If you locate the button at the end of the light and indicator stalk, you can actually cycle through your multi-information display in the ref counter. Right now you do have your range, average fuel consumption, instant fuel consumption, average speed, time, outside temperature, your vehicle settings and information, your trip computer, and back to your range. Within the display you also do have your mileage, gear position, and a little digital speedometer right above that display. You do have your various warning lights located around the speedometer as well as the ref counter. The steering wheel in this Cooper Countryman is tilt and telescopic. You adjust it via this lever right here. And right here you can also find your headlight level adjustment. You do have a couple of cup holders down there. and an ashtray which is removable, so if you do not smoke or anything, you can just put this somewhere else and you do have a cup holder. Cigarette lighter or power outlet in between the cup holders depending on what you use it for. And you do have some storage spaces right there. Your USB and auxiliary ports right down there, just beneath the gear lever. And you do have this central rail in the center where you can purchase many different types of accessories, and you clip it onto this rail. So you can have, for example, there is a sunglass holder right there, but you can also have an armrest and whatnot. But if you do not have anything on the central rail, it just acts as some storage spaces. Auto dimming, rear view mirror, your interior lights right above, and this one actually changes your ambient interior lighting color as well as brightness. If it blinks twice, it either means it's in its maximum brightness or its minimum brightness. You do have a sun visor with vanity mirror and lights for this side, as well as a grip handle right above. Alright, so I guess that's it for the startup. We can turn it off right now and continue with the rest of the tour. You do have a speaker right there with some storage down below, and your window control right up there. The rear seats do fold. First, you have to locate this strap right here, pull it, and then just flip the seat back down. Now I'm about 5'7", which is about 1.7 meters tall. I did set the driver's seat to a position that I would feel comfortable in. I do have room to stretch out my feet beneath the driver's seat, and I get about this much legroom and about this much headroom. There are still storage pockets on the front seat backs, a couple of cup holders down below with a power outlet, grip handles right above for both sides with hooks, interior lights right above there, Now there are a couple of ways that you can open up the rear hatch. If you locate the button on the key fob and press it, it pops the rear hatch open. Then go towards the mini badge, push it in, and raise up the rear hatch. Alternatively, you can go to the mini badge straight away and then just push the badge in and open up the rear hatch. The Countryman offers 350 litres of boot space with the rear seat bags in place. Dropping the rear seat bags down and removing the cargo cover extends the boot space to 1170 litres. To the right of the boot is a light that illuminates the area and a power outlet. Underneath the boot floor is some storage as well as the vehicle's first aid kit and warning triangle. You do have adjustable headrests front and rear. And also, if I've not mentioned before, the rear seat bags can actually be adjusted so you can have it more upright or more laid back. Just use the same strap used to fold the seat bags down. Also, the rear seat bags fold 40-20-40, so each of the rear seat bags can be folded down individually from each other. You do have some storage down there with your window control, a bit of storage right up here as well. And like the driver's side, the speaker is located right next to your interior door handle. Mini door sills for this side as well. And the front passenger seat does get the same exact set of manual adjustments as the driver's side, including your lumbar support, located right there. It is a fairly big glove box. Do have a small storage net right down here. Grip handles for this side. And the sun visor on this side does have a vanity mirror and lights as well. Alright, so let's start it up with the door closed. The Cooper Countryman's engine performs well when cruising in the city or on the highway, but when it is pushed hard, the engine's lack of power does show. The Aisin-sourced 6-speed automatic does tend to hold on to gears longer than other automatics out there, whether it be during downshifts or during upshifts. However, the Countryman does have accurate steering response and minimal body roll when put through corners. The suspension is hard, which does affect comfort. In terms of the interior, it screams Mini with the large circle in the middle of the dashboard and various toggle switches here and there. The dashboard and controls might look confusing at first glance, but after a while, it should be easy to use for many people. The seats do have a lot of adjustment, but they are not that comfortable. The interior also does get a lot of road noise generated from the wheels and side mirrors. Alright, so that's it for the startup and full vehicle tour video of this 2014 Mini Cooper Countryman. Thanks for watching and goodbye.